Alright, so we got the base plate made here, and the holes lined up. The holes are off a little bit, so I have to bore out a little bit here. So I'm going to try and use the conversational setup here. I think I set it up right. I'm just on the 875 pocket, half an inch down, depth of cut. I'm just going to take 50 thou, step over 0.7. I'm hoping that's enough to just... I offset it by 0.1 because that's the distance I need to take off. So it should bore that out, I'm hoping, if I set it up correctly. So we're going to give that a little test here. And let me shut this and see if this is going to work. I have no idea. So hopefully this is not going to break this expensive end mill. Hit stop here quick. Yeah, we're doing all right there. There we go. That should work. Okay, let me turn a little coolant here. Alright, that looks like that's working. Get you in here. That took us out another 0.1 inches, so we should have a little bit more room to fix my mess up. So we'll test that here quick. Bring that piece over and see if it fits. So it's looking like we're going to fit. You can see how it's over now. So I'm going to try and drop this on top, which you can't see in the camera, but I have it here. Basically, it's hard to do with one gimpified hand. There we go. You can see it goes down now. So once I straighten that out, I think we'll be good. Before it wasn't going all the way down. It's just hard to hold this guy up right here. So, but I think we're going to be good there. So we'll take this out and put it on the bench, see if we can't get a little better. So it looks like that's going to work perfect. I got a little bit of play around each one here, so all I have to do is weld in the bottoms of each of that, put my springs in, and this base plate will be ready to take this guy here, which will sit in there, which I'm going to actually mark it and drill and tap 2 set holes so I can put some set pins in there so that this won't twist this way, but it'll still be removable, and then you still have a flat base plate. Yeah. So you can see from the bottom here, I'm going to set that up so I can fill that in with weld there. And then you can see what happened here. I was off. So I centered this on the mill, moved it over 0.1 of an inch, and then just bored a hole in through there. So that fits right in there. So now I can weld that in, fill that with weld, and now my this will slide on the set pin. Not a problem. It won't bind up. It was binding up really bad before, so I'm just going to go ahead and tack this in and make sure that's all good. All right, so we got this welded in here. As you can see, it's welded all from beneath. And now what I'm doing is I'm putting in some set screws. I'm drilling them out here, and I'll be tapping them for M8 125s, and that'll allow me to go ahead and lock the bottom die into this plate. So we're just getting ready to hit it. Just run my auto feeder. Drill down, and once it hits that stop, it will release it and go back up, which is pretty cool. And I'll be drilled all the way through. There we go. So no longer feeds it. It goes back up on its own. And you got one hole, stop, and then reset it for the next one. We can actually tap that now if we wanted to. I have a tapping head I can either put on here, or I can just tap it by hand. So this is just 4 holes. I might just tap it by hand. Yeah, so we're going to drill a bunch more of these guys, or 3 more of these guys, and I'll get back to tapping. Now we're tapping this hole here. It was drilled out with a 6.7 millimeter hole for an 8 by 125 tap, and I'm using a spiral flute tap because they totally kick ass compared to pretty much any other tap. They just cut so much better and quicker, and pull the chip upside instead of pushing it down, as you can see in the video. I'm just running this in through the 1/2 inch plate. And back out. And there's your chip. Pretty cool. And you can see here, I don't know if this will focus on that or not. Probably won't focus. But you have a real nice thread. Real nice cut. So just need to do these two. Okay, so went ahead and tapped them in, ran my screws in, and holds the bottom die there nice, good enough that it's not going to be moving around. I need to get another M8 125. I don't have one short enough. So that should hold that bottom die in there, so we should be able to now go over to the press and try and press this, hopefully, and try and finish these couple more complex bends. So we'll take this all over there and try that. So we got this all lined up here. So we're going to try and make this bend here. This is all the further I can get in with this. When I originally designed it, I designed the bend here, but of course you're not going to be able to get the bend there unless you don't bend these first, which still would be pretty tough to do. So I have no idea how well this is going to work. Looks like we can actually go in a little further here. Let me see if I can't. Sorry, I'm looking to see if you could see. Let me loosen it up a little bit. Slide it, yeah, a little further there. I'm going to put this down. There we go. Up. There we go. We got a little pressure on her now. And bend her up. She looks like she's working. Oops, something happened. Not sure what. What the heck happened here? What the heck broke? I see. It must have been sitting on a ledge there. On this guy. And it just popped off the ledge. So now we got it. Okay, now we're going to run into the problem we're going to hit back here. So, there's other finger dies I have that can get into there. So, we'll stop that bend for right now. I still have this bend and these two bends to do, so I could do these bends here with these fingers. And I'll have to put in the other fingers and I'll show you. There we go. That looks like that works. looks like that was bending it pretty decent. Not hating that. So let's see what we got here. I got a bend here I got to do. Right, stretch right here. Line up to that point right there. I'll take that to 90. That looks like that's about 90. Yep. Ooh, got a little deformation there. Well, that's a problem there. I'll be able to hammer that out, but if I had a more solid die instead of this open die, you wouldn't have that issue. So if I actually did, I could actually make this B and the V, the other V dies I had, and that wouldn't be a problem. But not the end of the world. I can fix that with a slight beat of a hammer, since this is just a prototype. Alright, I was able to just tap it out, tap it flat. Note to self, that will be a problem. This guy should be able to fit in here. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. Line that up square. A good 90 right there. Yeah, almost. Oh, it's not quite the same length, is there? Alright, that's close enough. We'll bend this one. That bent and that bent. There, it looks a lot better. So now we got it bent there and there and there. We just need to bend this guy up. I need to change the dies out for that. So, be right back. Okay, so I have the dies changed out. These are the angle dies. So it'll allow you to get in here. And you can see it's not going to hit here now. So when I bend it, we should have a good bend. You can get that 90-degree bend, I think, or am I bending? We should be able to get the rest of that 90. Yep. Look at that, 90 degrees perfect. That's pretty awesome. So there we go. This side here I got a little past 90. But we could bend that back out. That's not a problem. There we go. There's the rack. That's kind of a pain in the butt to make like that. Not gonna lie, but I mean, this guy hung on a wall. Essentially, I could probably hang it off of these guys, but basically, screw to the wall, boom, like that, and then you can hang your polisher. Hangs up right across there. This spaces it out because I think the offset on it's a little crazy, and yeah, and then you'll be able to hang your polishers for your detail work. So I'm going to throw this in the tumbler after I straighten out a little bit of this here and there. Throw this in the tumbler for probably 15-20 minutes. It'll probably be all cleaned up, maybe longer. I don't know if that's mill scaled or not. So, and then we'll show you the final product.
Alrighty, back. Sitting in here for a few hours. See what it looks like. Looking pretty good. Keep one a little warm. See if I can snag it. There we go. All cleaned up. It's pretty good.
Looks like it's got a little bit of mill scale weight there, but the majority of the surface is cleaned up. Probably another hour or so in there, remove that mill scale. Looks pretty good. So that turned out really well. So we'll show that to the customer, see if they're interested in it, see if it fits their polishers, and if this is the type of construction they want to do. So the dies that I made seem to work well, finishing off the bends. So pretty happy about that. Not sure that I want to make hundreds of these things that way, but at least get the prototypes in. So alrighty guys, so that's it. That's another vlog in. So that was the process of making these and trying to figure out how to get the die to work. So that's it for the vlog. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Tell your friends, and as always, check back if you want to see other cool projects that we're working on. All right, thanks.